Hi, good evening, everyone, and welcome. Let me know if my voice is okay and my screen is visible. You all can respond by reacting as emoji. Let me know if my screen is visible and my voice is okay. आप लोग रिएक्ट कर सकते हैं इमोजी या थम्स अप से अगर मेरी वॉइस क्लियर है एंड माय स्क्रीन इज विजिबल. Sorry, the chat is not active. Okay. I hope that things are okay. My screen is visible and my voice is also okay. So let's start today's demo session. On behalf of HR India Solutions, let me welcome you all. We, HR India Solution, is 12-year-old HR consulting firm. We are primarily into recruitment solution. We also take care of HR advisory and consulting services. We are also into contract staffing and payroll management, and we also take care of campus placement and HR practical training. These are few clients for whom we are taking care of recruitment, payroll, contract staffing, and even HR practical training as well. In today's demo session, before we start, let me share what exactly we are offering in HR Generalist online practical training. There are four important modules. The very first module is of labor laws and statutory compliances. Under this module, we include and cover almost all important and major labor laws in India, right from Provident Fund to ESIC Act, and we understand PF and ESIC are applicable in which all companies who all employees are eligible to get PF and ESIC, Provident Fund and ESIC contributions are deducted on which part of salary, how the monthly contributions are calculated, how the monthly challans are prepaid, and how finally these payments are paid to government by logging into government website. The other important labor law which we cover are Maternity Benefit Act, and we understand which all employees are eligible to get maternity benefit, and as HR, what all benefit you should give to the women employees. The other labor laws which we cover are Payment of Bonus Act and Payment of Gratuity Act. And we understand which all employees are eligible to get bonus and gratuity, how these benefits are calculated and paid to employees. The second model which we have under this program is of compensation and benefit, which is everything related to how CTC annexer are designed, how salary breakups are formed. We teach people the payroll processing, how payroll can be done on a software, and how payroll can be managed in an Excel sheet. The other important thing which we learn under this module are income tax, professional tax, loss of pay, overtime leaves and holidays, and finally we see that how employees' full and final settlements are done at the time of going. The third module which we have under this program is of recruitment and selection, which is all about talent acquisition. We understand what is the difference between job description and job specification. What are the various sourcing strategies nowadays corporate are adopting to attract new talent? We train people on Naukri.com, how you can find suitable candidates from Naukri.com, how you can how you can do job posting and other things which you can do on any job portals or LinkedIn or any other job sites. We also teach people on mass mailing, and we also understand how various ATS applicant tracking systems are used nowadays. It is not HR manager who is going through each and every resume nowadays. Resumes and applications are getting screened and shortlisted by technology, which is called as applicant tracking system. How these applicant tracking systems work, how the shortlist resume is something which we understand in this third module. And fourth and last module is of HR analytics, which has become very important in recent past. And we understand why HR analytics is needed, what exactly is HR analytics, what are the various tools and strategies which are used in this, and how various HR dashboards and HR matrix can be used to handle analytics. This is all about the course or entire HR journalist practical training which we are offering. Let's proceed. So before we proceed, just wanted to have an idea on how much experience do you have in HR. Since the chat is not working due to some technical error, I would request to all those who are freshers, can you react with this thumbs up sign from the emoji? How many freshers we have? If you are a fresher, kindly react through the emoji and give a thumbs up sign. Okay, 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 fine. So 50% of the populations are fresher, and I assume that the rest of the people has got some kind of experience in HR. In today's demo session, we would be understanding about compensation and benefit, which is one of the most important function of HR. Why compensation and benefit is important function of HR? because compensation and benefit as a function of HR is responsible for deciding what to pay. Whenever any company goes for hiring any person or any position, this function of HR decides that how much salary should be paid to that person or that position. CNB as a function of HR is also responsible for deciding how to pay. I am referring to designing of the entire package. How much salary should be fixed, how much salary should be variable, which all salary components should come in the breakup is something which compensation and benefit function of HR finally decides. CNB as a function of HR is also responsible for deciding when to pay. You will see that in many companies salaries are paid on first, in many companies salaries are paid on third, and there are many companies where salaries are paid on seventh. You will see that incentives or performance incentives are paid on monthly basis in many companies are paying performance incentive on quarterly basis, and then we have good number of companies where incentives are paid on annual basis. When all these payments should be made, what should be the timeline, what should be the frequency is something which is decided by compensation and benefit function of HR. And finally, CNB, as a function of HR, is responsible for managing the entire compensation which they are offering to employee and entire benefit which they provide to entire workforce. This is why compensation and benefit is one of the most important function of HR. But this is not easy. Why it is not easy? Due to absence of law. There is no law in India which speaks about how the compensation and benefit package should be designed. We have labor law on Provident Fund, we have labor law on ESIC Act, and we also have labor law on maternity bonus and gratuity act. Since we have labor law in these areas, things are very clear. What should be done, what should not be done is something which are governed by labor law. But when it comes to compensation and benefit management, there is no law in HR which speaks about how CTC package should be designed or how CTC annexes should be designed or how the salary breakup should be formed. Due to absence of law, this function of HR slightly become difficult. Yes, we do have few labor law which are talking about payment in India. Let's have a look on those. There is a labor law by the name of Minimum Wages Act. We also have a labor law by the name of Payment of Wages Act. There is a labor law by the name of Payment of Bonus Act, and we also have a labor law by the name of Equal Remuneration Act. Let's understand what all these labor laws are talking about. The labor law by the name of Minimum Wages Act talks about paying minimum wages to certain category of workers. This labor law do not include each and every employee in India and says that there should be some minimum salary which should be paid to few employees or few workers. The labor law by the name of Payment of Wages Act says that payment should be made on time and there should not be any illegal deduction from the salary. But this labor law again cover only those employees whose monthly salaries are 24,000 per month or less. This labor law also do not cover each and every employee in India. The labor law by the name of Payment of Bonus Act speaks about bonus payment or profit sharing. But again, this labor law only covers those employees whose monthly salaries are 21,000 per month or less. If your salary is more than 21,000 per month, you are not eligible to get bonus. And the last labor law, Equal Remuneration Act, speaks about similar wages to all the gender. On the basis of gender, you cannot have any discrimination as far as salary is concerned, is something which this labor law is taking care of. The new labor code, which was supposed to come last year only, but things went on hold. Whenever that new labor law would be coming by the name of Code on Wages 2019, that new labor code is combining all these four labor law into one, and it will be known as one labor law only, which is Code on Wages 2019. In today's demonstration, we would be understanding what is compensation and what are benefit. We would also be understanding how compensation and benefits are designed. What are the various steps and components which should be kept in mind while designing any package. We would also be understanding few real offer letters, which is issued by our client to our candidate, and we would be seeing that how compensation designing differ from company to company. And we would be preparing one compensation and benefit structure in an Excel sheet for better understanding. These four things we would be covering in today's demonstration. There is a poll again, but since the chat is not working, just you keep your answers with yourself. Let me have an idea. In your opinion, the net enhanced salaries of all employees getting a CTC of 10 lakh in 10 different companies would be same or it would be different. What I'm trying to ask is, if there are 10 people working in 10 different companies and all are working at a CTC of 10 lakhs, their take home would be same or their take home would be different. So since the goal is unmuted, so I'm not expecting any answer. Keep your answer with yourself. During the demo, we will be clarifying all these things. So now let's try to understand what exactly is compensation and what are benefits. Compensation is defined as the total amount. Give me a moment. I need to.
If you're speaking that we are not able to hear at all.
Very sorry. Even in fact, my mic was mute. Huh? Let me go back. Thank you for pointing it out. So I was defining compensation. I hope this is now my voice is clear.
Yes.
Okay. So I was saying that compensation is something which include the monetary part, whatever money, whatever salary, whatever cash which you get every month is compensation. And if this is compensation, what exactly is benefit? Benefit is nothing but all those facilities, benefit which you get over and above the monthly salary comes under benefit, for which you do not get any kind of money in your hand. But yes, company is providing good number of benefit or facilities. If I have to define compensation and benefit in one line, it would be like this: the salary or money one gets is compensation. The facilities or perks one avail are benefit. Let's have a look on few examples for better understanding. So compensation, which is the monetary part of package, things like basic pay, allowances, it can be travel allowance, meal allowance, housing allowance, or medical allowance, which are paid in the form of money, comes under compensation. All commissions, incentives, overtime, bonuses, stock options, these all things are paid in the form of money, hence they comes under compensation. Now, under benefit, for which nothing is paid to employee. You do not get any kind of money in your hand, but yes, there is good number of benefit and facilities, things like holidays and leaves, welfare facilities, cafeteria, infrastructure facilities, reward and recognition, insurance and medical. Insurance and medical is something which is provided by almost all the companies in India. Everybody life is covered. Every employee is coming under group medical insurance, for which employee do not get any kind of money in their hand. But yes, this is a good benefit. If somebody falls sick, the entire medical expenses can be taken care of. Retirement benefit, wellness and wellness program. During COVID, almost all the companies has gone for providing wellness program. Companies has hired uh, doctors which were available for mental wellness. Company even hired financial advisors which were advising employee how to save, how to invest. Company hired gym trainers as well, which were available for fitness, for which employees were not getting any kind of money in their hand, but yes, companies were providing good number of benefit. So now I hope things are clear now what comes under compensation and what comes under benefit. These are a few examples of benefit: health insurance, dental insurance, life insurance, retirement plan, gym and fitness. Yes, there are many companies who give membership for gym and fitness club. Employee are not getting any kind of money, but this is a good benefit. Vision care, personal leave, sick leave, higher education. There are many companies who sponsor their employee for higher education. The entire course is sponsored. So employee is not getting any kind of money. Child care, paid leave, and there are many more. Very similar to compensation. There is no labor law which is saying that every company has to provide these many benefits. This is why benefit also differ from companies to company. Bigger companies are providing good number of benefit and more number of benefit, whereas smaller companies are providing lesser number of benefit. Benefit also do not comes under any labor law. Any company who is not giving benefit is not doing anything illegal. But yes, that is not good. Nobody would be joining that company. Now let's try to understand how compensation and benefits are decided. How company decide that what salary should be paid to any position or any person? So entire compensation is a broad term. It can be divided into two major categories. One is salary, another is wages. Normally, the term wage is used for all those payments which are paid to workers, and the term salary is used for all those payments which are paid to management cadre of employees. In other words, worker gets wages and management people get salary. Let's see how wages are getting decided and how salaries are getting decided. The factor which impact salary and wages are the wages which are paid to worker are normally decided by every state government, which is called as minimum wages. Every state in India has decided minimum wages for their state worker. Maharashtra government has decided that in Maharashtra, this is the minimum salary which you need to pay to any worker. Similarly, Karnataka government has also decided, Haryana government has also decided, and every government in every state in India has decided certain minimum wages for their state workers. You cannot pay lesser than that minimum wages in that state. Other factor which plays an important role are cost of living and location. You will see that whenever government is deciding minimum wages, they are also deciding on the basis of cost of living and location. All those states which are costly in nature, Maharashtra, Delhi, Karnataka, you will see that minimum wages of these states are high. All those states which are slightly poor in nature or not that costly, West Bengal, Odisha, Bihar, minimum wages of these states are less. Even government has decided entire country into three categories: city A, city B, and city C. For the same work, government has decided different salary for city A, which is costly, different lesser salary for city B, and different salary for city C. So even government is deciding various or different salary on the basis of location. This is one of the most important factor. Education and experience, no doubt. Whenever government releases the circular of minimum wages, they mention like this: for matriculate, this would be the minimum wages; for graduate, this would be the minimum wages; and for postgraduate, this would be the minimum wages. So even government is deciding minimum wages on the basis of education and experience. And in private sector and or for management cadre of employees, we know that education and experience plays an important role. Higher is the education, probably the salary would be slightly higher. Industries and ability to pay. When I'm saying industry and ability to pay, I'm referring to there are many industries where this which are not flourishing, which are not doing that great. Industries like textile, jute making companies, textile unit, or in comparison to industries like telecom, insurance, airlines, these companies are doing great. You will see that any person who is joining a tea garden or any person who is joining a small scale industry or a manufacturing industry, their salary would be less than the person who are joining telecom company, IT sector, or other insurance company. So on the basis of ability to pay of the industries, the salary differs. Whenever government decide minimum wages, they also decide different minimum wages for different industries. Government decides different minimum wages for agriculture sector, they decided different minimum wages for mining industry, and for manufacturing industry they decided different minimum wages. So even government is deciding different salary on the basis of industries, which means ability to pay of the industry. Supply and demand, this is very obvious. What is the demand of any particular kind of manpower in the market, and what is the supply of that kind of manpower in the market plays an important role in deciding what salary or what wages should be paid. The demand of data scientists are huge, but the supply is not that great. This is why their salary is high. So you can find out what is the demand and supply of HR professionals. Okay, so it is almost supply is slightly higher and demand is not that great. So what I'm trying to say is supply and demand of any particular kind of skill set or any particular kind of manpower plays an important role. Third, job evaluation, which plays an important role in deciding salary. Job evaluation is nothing but job analysis, job description, and job specification. This is normally done for new jobs whenever new job is created. Otherwise, if any job is already existing, then previous salary plays an important role. Under wages, whenever state government goes for deciding minimum wages for workers, they invite the important labor unions of the state, which plays an important role. So again, there is a poll, but text the chat option is not working. Just for reference only, the minimum wages of Bihar or in the state of Bihar for unskilled worker is 9,698, which means if you are thinking of hiring any worker in Bihar, This is the minimum which you need to pay. Paying below this would be illegal. The minimum wage is in Delhi for the same kind of worker is 16,792. If you want to hire an unskilled worker in Delhi, you cannot pay lesser than this 16,792. Whereas in Bihar, you can pay 9698 only. The question which I want to put in front of you is this. If the same worker who is working in Bihar gets transferred to Delhi, he is not required to do anything extra, neither any extra skill set is required. Do you think that upon transfer, the Bihar worker would be getting higher minimum wages in Delhi as per the wage of Delhi or not? If we are transferring the worker from Bihar who is getting 9698, do you feel that after getting transferred to Delhi, this worker would start getting higher salary, or we can pay the same old salary of Bihar? So the correct answer is we need to pay higher salary to this worker who is getting transferred to Delhi, because in Delhi this is the minimum wages. We cannot pay lesser than this. Even if the person is not required to do anything extra, we have to pay this minimum wages, which is the minimum in Delhi. So this is the correct answer. Most of you might have assumed the correct one. Now, the another question which I want to share, for which I would not be sharing you the correct answer. What if the same person get transferred back to Bihar from Delhi? So, when this person gets transferred from Bihar to Delhi, we increase the salary. Now, we are transferring this person back to Bihar. Can the salary be reduced? Try to find out the correct answer. This is a kind of homework to all of you. Let's proceed for the time being. Okay, so this is a poll. Let me skip that because you would not be able to answer anything. The poll is like this. Which is the most important attribute to make someone the preferred choice during an interview? Is it communication skill, or it is practical skills and knowledge, or it is degrees and certification? So since I do not have any option of collecting response, my sincere apologies, but keep your answers with you. Let's proceed for the time being. Now we have seen that how salaries are getting decided. Now once you have decided the salary or decided the package, how you would be designing that? You cannot say that we would be paying you 7 lakhs. There has to be some structure of 7 lakhs which you are offering to the person. This is one of the most important section of this demonstration. I would be requesting your attention. So entire process or step of designing compensation and benefit package can be categorized into 5 important steps. The very first step is to decide the fixed pay or base pay. What exactly is this? When I say deciding fixed pay or base pay, under this step, you decide what should be the basic salary for the person and what should be the dearness allowance. Dearness allowance or DA is something which is optional in nature. You will hardly find DA with private organization. DA is something which is normally found with government organization only. So in the very first step, what you do that you decide that what should be the basic salary of the person, and if you want to keep the DA, you need to decide that also. So once you are done with this first step, second step is to decide the various allowances which your company is offering. Allowances are purely a matter of choice. Whatever allowances companies want to give, they can decide to go for that. There are many allowances. Few are house rent allowance, conveyance allowance, medical allowance, special allowance, telephone allowance, internet allowance. Whatever allowances which you want to give, you can go for that. There is no law which is saying that yes, every company has to go for these many allowances. Once you have decided basic salary and dearness allowance, you need to divide rest of the salaries into allowances which your company is offering or providing. Once you are once you are done with these two steps, third step is to work on retirement or statutory contributions. Apart from paying salary to employee, companies also pay to government authorities on monthly basis. They pay to Provident Fund Department, employee state insurance. They also pay to labor welfare fund. They have to keep money for gratuity and bonus, which are legal or statutory payment. This is something which you do not decide. This comes from the labor law point of view. So you simply calculate that what would be the cost, how much money would be going towards this. Every month you would be paying to PF, ESIC, labor welfare fund, and gratuity and bonus calculation we will do. Once you are done with these three steps, fourth step is to add the cost of perks and benefit which your company is providing. If your company is providing any of these benefits, like medical insurance, life insurance, club membership benefit, we have seen right there. One slide was example of benefit. If your company is providing benefit, you can add the cost of those benefit in the CTC and Excel. Once you're done with these four steps, the last and final step is variable pay or incentive. If the position is something which is required to achieve any kind of target, and on the achievement of that target, if the person is getting paid any kind of incentive or bonus, you can add the cost of that. There are various names which has been given to variable pay or incentive, which is like this. Many company call it as performance incentive. Many company call it as PLI, which stands for performance linked incentive. In many company, it is called as performance bonus. There are many companies who pay bonus on the basis of company's performance and not on employees' performance. And there are many companies who pay bonus on non-service award. So these are the 5 steps. If you follow all these 5 steps, your entire process of designing compensation package will be complete. Let's follow all these 5 steps in an Excel sheet and try to create one. I hope my Excel sheet is visible and we would be following all those 5 steps which we have seen in the slide. So let's assume that annual CTC which is offered to the employee is 3 lakhs. This is 3 lakhs. So monthly CTC would be 25,000. Now we would be dividing or designing this 25,000 per month CTC into the 5 steps which we have seen. The very first step was basic pay. How much should be the basic pay? Anyone who has got idea? You okay? Let me unmute you all. Okay, again I went on mute. So what I'm trying to ask is the very first step of CTC annexed designing is deciding the base pay or fixed pay, and under which we decide basic salary. So we are deciding basic salary for this person whose monthly CTC is 25,000 and annual CTC is 3 lakhs. What should be basic salary? How much basic salary we should decide for this person? Anyone who can guide me? So let's go as per the practices which is there in the market. Basic salary is normally decided as 40 to 50% of CTC. Why it is decided as 40 to 50% of CTC? There is no labor law which is saying that basic has to be 40 to 50%. If you want to keep 60%, if you want to keep 60% or 70%, or 80%, you are free to keep that also. There is no law which is saying that basic has to be 40 to 50% of CTC. You are free to decide 60, 70, 80, and 90 as well. But you will see that almost 90% of the HR professionals and 90% of the companies are deciding basic salary as 40 to 50% of CTC. Let's do that. Let's decide 50% of CTC as basic salary. So we have decided basic salary as 12,500, which is legally correct. You can decide other figure also, but 90% of the HR professionals are deciding 40 to 50%, for which there is no labor law. Law is not saying that. Yes, there are few strong logic why everybody is deciding 40 to 50%, which we will understand later on. So we are done with first step, basic salary. I also said that DA is something which is optional in nature. If you want to decide, you can keep DA in the breakup. If you want to ignore, you can ignore also. So it is not mandatory. Let's ignore. We are ignoring DA. And we are done with first step of basic salary. Second step was allowances. Anyone who can guide me what all allowances you want to keep in the breakup, or you want me to pick? Let me pick one, and I would be requesting two more from you. Let me pick one allowance which is very common in nature, which is HRA. HRA stands for house rent allowance. You will see that 90% of the companies are keeping house rent allowance as one of the salary component in the CTC breakup. And how HRA is decided as how much? HRA is normally decided as 40 to 50% of basic salary. Why it is decided as 40 to 50% of basic salary? Because 40 to 50% of basic salary as HRA is tax free from the income tax point of view. Otherwise, there is no logic. If your employee is staying in metro city, you should keep 50% HRA. And if your employee is staying in a non-metro city, you should keep 40% of basic HRA. Let's assume that your employee is staying in a non-metro city. For non-metro employee, we should keep 40% of basic as HRA. And this much would be tax-free from income tax point. This is why every company is going for HRA. Any, let's decide telephone allowance. So under telephone allowance, how much amount should come? Can we keep 11,000 at telephone allowance? No, we cannot keep. This is not logical. We have to go for that amount which seems logical to come under telephone. Let's keep 1500 in the time of Jimo. Okay, 1500 is also good. So we have decided the second allowance also. Whatever allowance which you want to keep, you can keep hair oil allowance, you can keep makeup allowance, you can keep any allowance which you want to keep. You can keep pet allowance also. Let me pick one more allowance which is very common in nature, which is special allowance. You will see that almost 90% of the companies are going for a special allowance. Trust me, there is nothing special with this special allowance. This special allowance is normally used at adjusting or balancing amount. Everybody is selecting a special allowance and they put that amount under this head, which comes as a difference at the last. So this is a adjusting or balancing amount. Otherwise, there is no purpose of picking special allowance. We are done with first two steps. We have decided basic pay and we have also decided allowance. Let's calculate monthly salary, which is also called as gross salary. So we have reached to a gross salary of 19,000 and a special allowance is yet to be decided, which would be deciding at the last stage. Third was statutory. Let's take at least two PF by company. Anyone who can tell me PF contribution is how much from company side? Company contribute how much PF? Many of you must be thinking 12%, but it is not 12%. It is 12 plus 1, 13%. Every company contribute 13% to PF department. Let me calculate 13% of this, which means company would be contributing 2,470 rupees to PF department every month for this employee. And ESIC is contributed as 3.25% by company every month. So let me calculate 3.25%. Company would be contributing ESIC this much and PF this much to government for this employee. You can add labor welfare fund also, you can add bonus also, and you can add gratuity also. These are optional. Since this person's CTC is not that great, only 25,000, if we add bonus and gratuity, his take home would go very less. So we are ignoring this. Otherwise, if you want to add bonus and gratuity, you can add. Labor welfare fund is something which is not applicable in all the states in India. This is applicable in limited states. So if you are in a state where labor welfare fund is applicable, you have to add that. So we are done with third step also. Fourth step was benefit of work. If your company is giving any kind of benefit, you can add the cost of that. Let's assume that your company is giving a benefit of medical insurance and your company is spending 200 rupees per month per employee. So you can add the cost of this. We are done with fourth step also. If your company is giving more benefits, you can add the cost of those as well. And last step was PLI or variable pay or performance bonus. If this person achieves any kind of target, he would be paid 600 rupees more. Let's assume that the 600 is the bonus money which he would be getting upon achieving that target. We have kept 600 in the cost. Now we are done with all the five steps. Let's calculate where exactly we have reached. CTC can be calculated by adding monthly salary with all other costs which company would be spending. So we have reached to a CTC of 22,888, whereas we are looking for a CTC of 25,000. So what is the difference? 25,000 minus 22,888. So difference is 2113. Now this cell has become active, which we left blank intentionally. Now what this HR professional would try to do, this gentleman would try to enter 2113 in this cell to match the desired figure of 25,000. Let's do that. Let's add 2113. Anyone who can comment whether we would be reaching to 25,000 or not? Okay, let's see whether we are reaching to 25,000 or not. So we have not reached. Now there is a difference of 344. We need to subtract this 344. Let's do that. Minus 344. Again, we have not reached. There is a difference of 56. Let's add 56 in this. Plus 56. Again, there is a difference of 9. Subtract 9. There is a difference of 1. Add 1. Now we have reached the desired figure of 25,000, which we were looking for. But we have done good number of manual activity. If you want to calculate take-home salary, take-home would be calculated like this: PF by employee and ESI by employee. Employee would be contributing 12% from their salary, and ESIC, the gentleman, would be contributing 0.75%. These two contributions would be contributed by employee from their salary. Net salary would be monthly salary subtracted by PF contribution of employee and ESI contribution of employee. 18,163 is the take-home salary. Monthly salary is 2817 and CTC is 25,000. This is how the entire CTC breakup looks. 25,000 is the cost of the company, 20,000 is the monthly salary, and take-home is 18,000. So whatever calculation which we have done, let's try to calculate this in a automated CTC calculator. We have done good number of manual activity. Now let's try to calculate that in this automated CTC calculator. This entire sheet is formula driven and made in advanced Excel. If you go to any sheet, any cell, you will see that some kind of formula is applied. In this cell, this is the formula. In this cell, this is the formula. In this cell, this is the formula. So every cell has got some kind of formula, and we call it as automated CTC calculator. Whatever we have done in the previous sheet manually can be done automatically in this sheet. So there is an option in Excel by the name of data. Go into data. Under data, you would find a option of what if analysis. Click there. There would be three choices. Select goal seek. Goal seek would be asking you three things. First is set the cell, means select the cell in which you are looking for value. I have selected this cell, cost of the company. I am looking for value in this cell. Second question which Excel is asking me is to value. What is the value which you are looking for? We are looking for 25,000. I have mentioned 25,000. And last and third question which Excel is asking is by changing cell. By changing which cell, or Excel is asking us to allot a cell which would be used for calculation purpose to reach the desired CTC of 25,000. I have selected this cell. I answered three things: the cell in which I am looking for value, the value which I am looking for, and I allotted this blank cell to Excel for calculation purpose. So give a closer look. Once I click OK, you will see that entire calculation of 25,000 would be calculated automatically. So it is done. We have not done any manual activity, and entire salary breakup is in front of us. If you want to look it again, let me show you again. So under data, what if analysis is there. Under what if analysis, three options will come. Select goal seek. Goal seek would be asking you three questions. One is set the cell or select the cell in which you are looking for value. I have selected this cell. To value, what is the value which you are looking for? Let's take some odd figure. 76589. This is how much? 7,65,895. 7,65,895 is the monthly CTC. Yes, this can be CTC to some employee. And by changing which cell, again, I am allotting this cell. So now we are advising Excel to give us a salary breakup of 7,65,895. I have answered all these three things. Let me click OK. 7,65,895, and even PF is there, gratuity is there, ESIC is not applicable because his salary is more. The entire breakup is in front of us. In our actual classes, we teach that how this automated CTC breakup is calculated. This is what I wanted to show from my Excel. And in the very beginning, I asked the question whether if there are 10 people getting a CTC of 10 lakhs in 10 different company, their take home would be same or not. This is the answer. So there are three company: company A, company B, and company C. All these companies are giving a CTC of 7 lakhs. But in company A, the take home salary is 49,313. In company B, the take home salary is 40,495. And in company C, the take home salary is 38. Even if the CTC is same, the take home is different. Why take home is different? Because CTC and CTC structure is designed in a different way by different company. Why every company define or design CTC in a different way? Because there is no labor law. There is no labor law which is saying that CTC needs to be decided in this particular way. Every company decide as for their convenience. This company has not added the cost of mediclaim in GPA, which is legally correct. This company is paying PF as 3410, this is 1950, and this is paying 5560. So by looking at the CTC, it is very difficult to comment that how much salary will come in the hand unless and until you look at the salary breakup. So whenever you are getting any offer, always ask for salary breakup through which you can calculate what would be my take home salary. Let me go back to my PPT. We are back. Keep your questions ready. In 5 minutes, we would be opening that question answer round. So we have seen that. Okay, we have mobile app also, and there is a dedicated WhatsApp group. All those previous students who has done this course are into the same WhatsApp group where we keep on sharing HR openings. We discuss about HR trends, and all help and support are provided in that WhatsApp group. And we have this mobile app also, which you can download. Now, again, there is a question just wanted. Can monthly basic salary and monthly gross salary be the same? Let me repeat. Can monthly basic salary and monthly gross salary? I guess you understand the difference now. What is basic salary? What is gross salary? Can these two be same? Let me share you two example. One company is giving offer letter like this. Company is mentioning basic salary as 45,000. HRA is zero, conveyance is zero, and the monthly salary is also 45,000. Where basic and monthly gross salary is same. There is another company who is giving offer letter like this. Only basic salary is there and no other salary component is there. So try to find out the correct answer whether monthly basic salary and monthly gross salary can be the same or not. Both the salary structure which is flashing on the screen are legally correct or not. Okay, try to find out the correct answer, and I'm always reachable on WhatsApp for all kind of support. Moving ahead. Okay, let me skip this. This will take some time. Sample components. Okay, let me do it slightly faster. These are some few real offer letter which has been issued by our client. This is one offer letter in which company is offering 1,07,034 in hand. But company is mentioning that there would be deduction on account of medical claim policy. So medical policy money is getting deducted from employee salary. So net in hand salary will further go down. Company is mentioning that you will be getting this much bonus, this much incentive. So company has not added all these incentive and bonus in the above CTC structure. These incentives and PLI are over and above the CTC value. So variable pay is not a part of CTC in this company. This is one way of designing. You will see that provident fund contribution is 1800, 1800, whereas basic salary is 55,000. If you calculate 12% or 13% of 55,000, the amount would be very huge. But company is only paying 1800, which means company is limiting their PF contribution on 15,000 and saying that above that we will not pay, which is legally correct. In provident fund, this is a rule. This can be done. You will see that bonus is something which is coming in monthly salary. Every month this person is getting bonus. So bonus is a part of monthly salary and not a part of annual CTC. And you will see that gratuity is nowhere mentioned. This company has not added the cost of gratuity. This is one way. Let's have a look on second offer letter. This is a US MNC client in company in India, our client. This company is giving a allowance of leave travel allowance, but asking employee, you want to take this money as leave travel allowance or you want to convert this. So employee is having a choice of deciding how they want to take the salary. This kind of model is called as combined model of compensation package, in which few few components are decided by the company, and there are other salary breakups which are decided by the employee. Employee decide that they want to take how much salary under what all names. In this case, employee is deciding. You will see that provident fund is 4434 and basic is only 36. In previous, basic was 55 and PF was 18. So this company is not limiting PF contribution on 15,000 and paying on entire basic salary. You will see that gratuity is mentioned in this offer letter. In previous, it was not there. So gratuity is a part of CTC. This is another way of deciding. Okay, I'm slightly going fast. This offer letter is of a Tata group of companies. This is purely flexible in nature. Flexible salary structure is what? Company do not decide any breakup. They only decide basic and total CTC, and rest is left with the employee. So company is offering 10 lakhs to this person. Out of 10 lakh, they have decided basic salary 350 and flexi compensation is 5 lakh 8,000. Means now the employee would be deciding how they want to take this 5 lakh 8,000, what all salary heads and how much amount. PF is deducted on total basic of 42,000. PLI is coming under the CTC breakup. This indicative performance productive linked incentive is 1 lakh. So 1 lakh PLI bonus or performance incentive is coming under this 10 lakh of CTC. And these are all benefit, medical insurance, gratuity, all these things are over and above this CTC. This Tata group of companies is not including all these benefit in the monetary part. These benefits are over and above. Okay. So in our actual classes, we discuss more offer letters, more appointment letters, and we understand more in detail. So due to shortage of time, I'm slightly running fast. So now, if you want to pay 50,000 to any person, 50,000 can be paid in this way, which is legally correct. If you want to pay 50,000, 50,000 can be paid in this way also. 50,000 can be paid in this way also. And if you want to pay 50,000 per month, that can be paid in this way also. All these four salary breakup of 50,000 are legally correct. There is nothing wrong. But if you want to pay 50,000 in this way, or in this way, or in this way, these are legally wrong. You cannot have these kind of breakup. And in our actual classes, we understand this. Okay, let me proceed, guys. Find out the answer. Can an employee apply for sick leave in advance or not? We discuss all this thing in class. Can an unmarried woman ask for maternity benefit? Is it mandatory to pay bonus by a loss making company? There is a law which says that every company has to pay bonus. If the company is in loss, there are cases where company has to pay. Are men allowed to take children to company crèche or daycare? All these child care uh, units which company is managing, can father carry their children, or it is only mother or women who are allowed? Try to find out the correct answer. Is monthly salary divided by 30 equals to annual salary divided by 365 or not? So these are few homeworks which I want to give. We have seen what is compensation, what are benefit. We have also seen how what are the various steps and components which should be kept in mind while designing. We have seen few real offer letters, and we have made one salary structure in Excel sheet also for clarity. COVID impact we have seen. Again, company has gone for laying off people. Accenture 19,000, Amazon 10,000. These all companies are laying off employees. So again, this impact is coming. And in coming time, companies do not want to spend more time on training their employee. They are, no doubt they want to hire the best. Why? Because supply of talent in the market is available like anything. The supply of talent has increased, and every company wants to hire the best, but they do not want to spend time on training. Now companies are combining two three jobs and they are making one. If you are good at recruitment, you have to become good at other function of HR also. By remaining good at only one function of HR, going ahead would not that be possible. Survival of the fittest, this was told 3000 years ago, right? We need to remain along with the time. We need to keep updating ourselves. Preference is given to all those people who are multi-skilled and can take multiple jobs. And practical skills and knowledge are something which is most important. Let me thank you for your time, guys. 2 more minutes, then we would be discussing and I would be answering your queries. Skill hai to kuch nahi mushkil hai is the punchline of Delhi government, which is very apt also. This is the course which we are offering. There are 4 modules. There would be 11 classes, live classes. The way we are taking class today, actual classes happens like this. And you can stop me any moment. आप मुझे कहीं भी रोक सकते हो, कहीं भी क्वेश्चन पूछ सकते हो. Classes will happen on Saturday and Sunday only. Timing is 3 p.m. to 5:30 p.m. 2.5 hour class. Study material is given on each and every class modules and recording also. You will get lifetime access to mobile app and video. Today class is also getting recorded and after the class I would be sending you the today's class recording. In the same way we share actual class recording also, which remain with you forever and you can watch anytime, any moment as per your convenience. We conduct practice tests after every module to check whether we are moving in the right direction or not. The practice test is only for practicing. And there is a certificate which is given after the completion of course. Our course and certificate both, our course and company both are ISO 9000 certified. So our certificate carry that logo. And there is a WhatsApp group in which you get enrolled and we keep interacting all job openings, all new HR trend, everything. So if you add all these modules, the total cost would be coming to 5377, but there is a discounted fee. At the discounted fee of 3999, close to 4000, you can take the entire course. Complete HR Generalist Practical Training, including of all these 4 modules. So how live and interactive classes will happen on Saturday and Sunday, 3 to 5:30 p.m. You can watch the course on mobile app also. That is, you have got lifetime access. You can access any course, any study material. You can download also. You can log in and view the recordings, course material on laptop, and study material and practice test is given in hard copy. Means PDF version is given to you, which will remain with you. And certificate of completion is there. Mobile app is there. Try to download that. You will give many free tutorials. Free tutorials are there. Live classes, laptop, mobile learning will happen through all these sources. How course? Okay. So this is how we start with module 1, then 2, module 3, and module 4. Admission can be taken whenever we are starting any module. The next batch is starting from 22nd April. From 22nd April, a new batch is starting, and we would be starting the course from module 1. This is the kind of certificate which we issue. These are LinkedIn screenshots. People are flashing it on LinkedIn saying that now they are certified HR journalists. People are mentioning under licenses. We conducted this webinar with this college in Noida, MBA college. In Aligarh Muslim University also we conducted this webinar. We conducted with Sri Siddhi Vinayak College. Coming back to this, try to join us on LinkedIn. There we have YouTube channel also where good number of free tutorials are there. Over to you guys. Anything which you want to ask, please feel free. You all can unmute and ask. Let me know if you have any query from the demo which we have seen or from the course which we are offering. Any query from the course which we are offering or anything which you want to ask from the demo which we have seen. Over to you guys. No queries? You are able to unmute yourself or not? Okay, try to unmute and speak. I hope you would be able to.
Hi, sir. Sandeep here.
Hi, Mr. Sandeep. Yes, please.
Yeah, sir. I have a doubt. The course was starting on April 22nd, or by tomorrow also you can attend classes.
No, but if you join from tomorrow, you would be joining from a middle. That I would not uh, recommend. From 22nd. If you join, the classes will be right from class 1.
Okay, then tomorrow there will be no class, right?
No, tomorrow is Friday, so classes only happens on Saturday and Sunday.
So I can join on Saturday.
Yes,
So if I want to take the admission, I have to call for that number.
yes, I would be sending you WhatsApp, and I would also be sending you a mail
Okay.
with recording of today class. So you would be getting my contact number. You can speak to me, and both the numbers are flashing on the screen. You
Okay.
can take a screenshot also.
So okay, it will be
Okay.
a 1 month course, right? 1 month
Huh.
course.
1 month, 1 week, total
Okay,
11
1 month.
classes.
Okay. So total it will be 4,000 plus tax in the sense.
No, 4,100 is the total fee, including tax.
Oh, okay. Then after completing the classes, we will receive a certificate.
Yes, within 2 3 days you will get the certificate.
Okay, fine. So if I want to join, I can join on Saturday.
This Saturday you want to join?
Yeah, I'm thinking to join this Saturday.
Okay, okay. This is the WhatsApp group which all these previous students are there, where we
Okay.
discuss all these queries, job opening we share in this. So you want to join from this Saturday? Okay, ठीक है. ठीक है. We will speak Sandeep tomorrow or anytime after this class we will speak.
Yeah, sir. I want to arrange the amount. If I'm willing to join in this Saturday, I'll join, or else by next Saturday I have to join, right?
Right.
Okay. So, but for every Saturday and Sunday there will be classes, right?
Correct. So whether you, so if you are attending the classes, it is good. Suppose you missed any class. So by default, recording would be reaching to you. So
Okay.
either you can watch the recording and speak to me for any doubt, or you can attend that missed classes in the next batch also. It is always open, right? So
Okay, fine.
in 11 classes, chances are there that people might miss one or two class. So even if you miss the class, no doubt, immediately after the class, recording would be reaching to you.
Yeah, then I have a query. Then why you have mentioned that a new batch was starting on April 22nd?
New batch is starting means classes would be starting from class 1 from that date. Classes are running currently, right? So we are
Okay.
somewhere in the middle of this module 3.
Oh, okay, okay, fine, okay.
This is why I told that.
So if we want to join the class on April 22nd,